It's been over 2 weeks since the U.S. women's soccer team had their pathetic loss to Sweden in the round of 16 at the World Cup. This team, which for the past several years has been far more noteworthy for all the different virtue signaling and social justice activism they've been doing rather than their actual play on the field. This is a team that kneeled for the national anthem. This is a team that showed time and time again they don't respect this country. And of course, at the center of all of it is one of the most unlikable people in sports, woke Megan Rapinoe. Well, after her pathetic failure, the missed penalty kick, this embarrassing exit, and end to her career, she's finally speaking out about it. Megan Rapinoe blasts Trump critics over fake criticism for World Cup loss. Yes, specifically at what Donald Trump said, and just in general, all the critics. Basically saying that nobody has any room for criticism for them, that anytime they get criticized, it's just fake, it's not real, that they could never win, they could never do anything right. People like Megan Rapinoe will always attempt to play victim in one way or another, and they will make it worse for themselves. And I think that's what she's done here. Former U.S. women's national team star Megan Rapinoe is slapping back at criticism by Donald Trump and others who say the team was not hungry enough to win the Women's World Cup after the team was embarrassingly sent home early from the games. Rapinoe disputed Trump's criticism, saying that it's hard to understand, quote, because what he's saying is fake. It's a compilation of hit words and hot button words that don't actually make any sense or square with reality at all. The far left activist also slapped back on the attacks on the U.S. women's national team. I think just in general, the way our team was spoken about over the course of the tournament, it was fake, and it didn't even make sense. In 2019, we were ultra confident, ultra swaggy, and won everything. And even though we won, we did it in bad taste according to our critics. Well, that's true. There's a lot of criticism of that. I will say that criticism was the same. I think you're just trying to make it seem like no one has any legitimate complaints as everyone's just bitching. You're a failure. This team is a failure. The worst World Cup performance in history. And even though you talked like that, you walked in there with these commercials, all these things like you were just the best in the world, the play on the field was not confident. Your play on the field looked scared and bad and like you were focused on other things, maybe like virtue signaling during the national anthem. I don't know. But this criticism is almost the mirror opposite. The U.S. women's national team was not confident enough. This time, we weren't confident enough, so we didn't have the right mentality, so we lost. It's just so disingenuous. There's no way for us to win. There's no way for us to lose. Yeah, of course. Of course, Megan Rapinoe. There's nothing, no one has any valid criticism that you were this team. You were this team that won one fucking match against a terrible Vietnam team. Draw against the Netherlands, draw against Portugal, draw against Sweden, and lost in penalty kicks. Pathetic performances from you, choking at the worst possible moment. And all along the way, people said that though. And what she's saying about the criticism doesn't even make sense. You know, Carly Lloyd was specifically talking about them dancing around and celebrating, being so like, oh, look at us, we're so amazing, after they made it past that first round with that draw against Portugal. And she said, why is this team celebrating like this? They have no right to be dancing around pretending like they've done something. This team isn't playing confident on the field, but they're acting like they've won something already. That criticism was out there. This dumb bitch Megan Rapinoe just refuses to actually listen to it. What do you guys think about Megan Rapinoe speaking out against Donald Trump and any of their critics? Because they just can't do anything wrong. This failure of a team. Smash a like button, subscribe to the channel, ring the bell for notifications, share this video out there, and I'll talk to you later.